I'm like nervous.
It's on now.
Okay.
Is it really?
I think so. I believe it's live.
It's saying notification came up, but.
Hold on, let's refresh this here.
Then you just clicking that.
Oh shit.
All right. So we are live.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Hello, Figgy. Figgy is part of this.
Timmer.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Hello, Timmer.
So we're having a few technical difficulties. We have a new setup, and I think we're doing pretty good now. Oh, no, we're not. Hold on.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You were back wrong video.
Okay.
Language, man.
Oh shoot.
Stop. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
It's weird watching yourself on camera.
All right. So I think we got that sorted out, guys.
I think we might have a little bit of delay.
A little delay, but that's okay. So we'll see comments, and we should try to avoid watching that.
Yeah.
Or Figgy's butt.
Yeah. But I am Joe Bock from Bock's Garage. You guys have seen me around. And these are two of my favorite wheeling buddies that go out in the truck with me. We've got my girlfriend Kara and Ben, one of my best friends.
Hello.
Roommate for a few years and all that good jazz. So, yeah, I thought we'd all sit down, have a beer or two, and be able to go and shoot the shit a little bit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Language, please.
That was a phrase. I think that's better.
Uh,
So, we have 7 watching. I think the stream is actually moving. Maybe a little bit of lag on our end, but
yeah.
I think we're good.
The video is like a little delayed. But.
They can't see what we're talking about, but.
That's all right. So, I guess we put a few things together on a list of things to talk about today. Oh, hello, Mr. Nachos.
Hello, Mr.
We do have Doggo in tire.
Showing her best side.
Yeah.
There's not a bad side of Figgy.
No.
We have a few fun things to talk about today. I think it'd be fun to discuss everyone's best and worst off-road trips. The best off-road post-meal, because that's why these guys tag along with me.
Oh yeah.
True.
Kara's most requested Bronco upgrades. There's some interesting ones there. A lot of safety equipment.
Lots to say.
And our best and worst on-trail meals. Plus, I'm sure we'll get into some other side stories, so hope you guys enjoy it. Crack a beer with us, and we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 This one's slushy.
Oh.
Even better. Yeah. So, how many trips have you been on with me, Ben? Ballpark.
I don't know if I hit double digits yet.
No?
I don't think so.
And what do you,
Maybe.
maybe, probably a couple years of Bronco Roundup.
Yeah.
You've been around for, what have you been dating for? A little over 2 years. So,
It's 3.
almost 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be my 3rd Bronco roundup this year.
3 years of Trail Fest.
3 years in trail.
Too many is a good answer.
A couple like non-Bronco events, just.
Just,
Like
yeah, in the
weekend.
woods, yeah,
Yeah.
weekend trips.
Yeah.
Do you have any that stand out to either of you as your favorite and or worst?
Turns out too.
Yeah, I like, that was a good answer.
Favorite or worst?
The same question to you, Ben, I'm curious.
I got one.
Alright.
You go first.
And what the hell's the category?
Well, favorite, shit. Shoot. Best off-road trip wasn't a planned off-road trip. I think it was that snow thing in
Our
college.
freshman year of
Yeah.
Utica.
Yeah.
What we got like 38 inches in
38 inches of snow,
like 6 or 7 hours.
and we ended up getting brushed off the highway. We were on an on-ramp, sloped off the on-ramp, and it was like probably like 2 months after knowing Joe, and like, oh, we're stuck. He's like, I got this. And we crawled right out of there and got right back on the highway. It was unbelievable.
And when this was in college, this isn't the Bronco that you guys know and love. This truck was on 35 with the stock 302, so 38 inches of snow was a lot. We weren't clearing anything, we were just plowing it with the front axle.
And like, with no snow, probably a 15-minute round trip. This like whole ordeal took about 3.5 hours.
Wow.
I think we started out with like a quarter of a tank of gas too, so it was very nerve-wracking the entire time. Because if we got stuck, we were going to freeze.
I don't think I heard much about that. That's
No?
No, I don't think so.
You'll have to come more to some Thursday night truck nights. Truck Talk Thursdays, I think might be the term. You'll learn some more stories.
Yeah, excited. I think my favorite was Trail Fest this year. I enjoyed the green trails more than the black trails or the red trails. Greens are more my speed. We really just like took it easy. It was like fun and nobody broke down. It was just a really like stress-free off-road trip. And then we won a bunch of prizes, so that was cool. But yeah, I would say Trail Fest.
In case my dad is watching, I just want to go and supplement your story saying he did break down. I had to almost rescue him and drag him out of the woods, so.
That was this past year?
Yeah. Remember he had that like clanking noise? And we had to go work on the trailer and drill that.
I remember it being so fun, but I must have forgot about that.
It wasn't too bad. It was a pretty, as breakages go,
Yeah.
not too bad. So, if you need to answer a text message, Kara, you're more than welcome to go over and shoot a text.
Sorry. It's about this live.
So that was your favorite, Ben. Do you have a worst?
You
You have to log in and like, it'll be in the comments, I believe.
Yeah.
What is it? I'd be willing to guess I know which one it is.
Oh, it's the one right after 2022. What was that, Ross Creek?
Yeah, it was Roush Creek.
It was absolutely terrible. We woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
What time did we go to bed?
Probably 1 o'clock in the morning. Listen, and luckily I didn't set my alarm. Joe set my alarm, and it was him. And it was Fortunate Sun blasting at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then we left at 5. Left at 5 o'clock in the morning.
In a torrential downpour.
Torrential downpour. And it was, I think I graduated college like 2 days before that. And he's like, oh, let's celebrate by being miserable. All right. And we went out, stopped at the gas station for lunch.
This wasn't lunch that we're eating there. This was lunch to bring out on the trails with us.
Yeah, trail lunch.
We needed oil, fuel for both trucks, and food.
Yeah.
One-stop shopping.
All necessities, one stop. And went on a trip. And it was absolutely miserable. It was cold. It was beginning of May. It was cold.
It was
cold with the rain.
Yeah.
Horrible. But I mean, we went through some of the most intense trails I've ever seen, I will say.
Yeah, and that was also like when I first put a locker in the front of the truck. So I don't know who I should look at. It's kind of weird.
I know.
I'm gonna try to look at this way now. I'm not ignoring you guys. That was the first time I had a locker in the front. Originally, it had a limited slip in the rear, and this is back in the diesel Bronco with the 40s, 3s. And I had an open diff in the front, but I went to an ARB air locker, so we were able to really step up the trails we were able to hit. And like, it was a good thing we had that additional capability because it was so nasty and wet and cold. And then I think we were only on the trails for like 4 hours, right?
4 or 5 hours, something like that.
Do you remember how the day ended?
Is that when you
yeah.
One of my breakages.
Yeah, we drove up. The thing looked like an espresso machine by the time it broke. We're driving up this one. It's a long, a little bit of a slope, but
pretty decent grade. Yeah, it's at Roush Creek on, I forget what side of the park it's on, but if you guys have been there, you know what it is.
And we were waiting. They said, "Oh, well, make it to the end of this trail, and there's, like a tow road you can get to. If you gotta come in from the outside road." So we're sitting there, going up the hill, and smoking and everything. Like, well, we got this. And all of a sudden, we get to the top of the hill. Like, perfect, we're good. We look out. It looked like an express just peeing out of the bottom of the transmission.
We couldn't tell if it was the front of the transmission or the back of the engine, but we boiled something over, and we weren't sure what at the time.
Yeah.
And it stunk. We're lucky we didn't light the truck on fire.
Yeah. It was a fun trip.
Yeah. So we ended there. We got like a couple good hours of wheeling in, but I think we went through Rock Creek, and that was pretty much the end of that.
Insane. You couldn't even walk on it.
Yeah. I went with a few guys from fullsizebroncos.com, but yeah, we got to the top, and that thing it ended up being the front seal of the transmission, I think, melted, and the transmission fluid steamed out of the front, and we were pretty much dead in the water there. So luckily we were able to get the truck and trailer there, and we had no problem. We also have private comments coming in.
Yeah, we've had a few texts asking what Figgy's doing. This is our dog Figgy, by the way. And she's chewing and licking a Kong filled with peanut butter. We thought that would make her just distracted, because if not, she might whine or kind of run around. So
The bed's steaming.
I'm sorry that her butt is pointing to the camera, but that is what we're just gonna go with it.
That's what happens when you go live, people.
Yeah.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah. She's very excited to be here.
She's the specialist of guests.
Yes.
Some dogs are doggos.
Some are puppers and others may even be pupperinos. They're quarters and quarters.
I didn't know we were going to get poetry on this one.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna say oh my god.
Another one?
This
Oh,
has
I don't
to
know.
this has to be a song or something.
I think it might have been.
I think T-Pain wrote this.
Is that, who,
This is Lil Wayne's freestyle.
yeah, this is the engagement we were looking for.
Yeah, this is good.
Did you have a least favorite trip?
Bronco Roundup last year, I couldn't go out on the trails because my knee was broken, so that
And
kind
you
of.
really missed the off-road,
I really missed it. It was really hard just staying back at the cabin and relaxing. That was hard.
Okay.
Oh, my broken knee. It got better right after. It was so weird.
I mean, if that's the first one that comes to mind, that's not that bad because I'm not thinking of like, oh,
Yeah.
there's like any terrible trips. So I'll take
Do you
it.
remember the trip where we ended up with my mom and you in my truck? And we were doing this steep off-camber hill climb.
Yeah.
So one of them started screaming. It might have been my mom.
We both screamed at one point. It was.
And then they screamed together.
Yeah. Joe did not like that.
I'm just reading the latest comment.
Shut up! Stop screaming! We're like, sorry.
Yeah, because then I started getting scared. It wasn't good. So, I thought that would have been one of yours.
Next comment. Yeah. That was tough.
Yeah. Well, if we want to jump to the end, you mentioned a terrible trip that you didn't really like, Ben, but it did lead to one of your best.
It did lead to one of my best.
And that is best on-trail meal.
The best on-trail meal. Like, you know, you have the trail mix, you have the peanuts, the pretzels. Well, on-trail meal, you can never get a meatball parm.
Let alone,
A warm meatball parm.
so how did you go about getting a warm meatball parm out in the trails?
So luckily, the 96 Ford Bronco has the heater right behind the glove box. So that same gas station meal I bought, I stuck it in the glove box all morning. And I had a nice toasty meatball parm to go with the nice rainy day that we had.
I'm pretty sure Ben ate it under the truck. Like, we were out on the rocks, and he was eating underneath the Bronco. I have a picture of it somewhere. So if anyone wants to see it, let me know. I can post it up.
Meat
As
sticks.
for, remember when
Meat
Tim brought all those
sauce.
meat sticks to
Meat sticks.
Bronco Roundup?
The Bronco stuff.
I don't know how many pounds of meat sticks you had, but,
That was bad. We
they're like
needed
massive
top
Slim
off for
Jims.
that.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Meat sticks are a top off ordeal.
meat sticks and beer. Yeah, that was bad on the guts.
Remember those different flavored almonds you would get? Those were good.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Salt and vinegar almonds or smokehouse almonds.
Yeah.
Korean barbecues.
Those were
Yep.
always my favorite.
They were fun.
The worst though,
I know yours too.
we went to this gas station because we never, except if Joe's mom comes, then we have stuff. But if Joe's mom doesn't come, we never have things planned.
And where you get it
So
from?
we got it from the gas station, right? It was,
This is the same gas station we got Ben's from, so I had high hopes.
and it was
Yes.
the worst thing I've ever eaten. I'm not picky at all. What even was it? It was like,
It was like a sandwich on like a pita bread.
but it wasn't it wasn't even, you couldn't
It
even
was like
call
a
it a
Philly
sandwich.
cheesesteak on a pita bread.
But like the cheese was like paper. It was disgusting. It was like the worst thing I've ever eaten.
There was two. One was Philly cheesesteak. What was the other one? You remember?
No.
Yeah.
So that was my worst.
Yeah. Usually my mom does a pretty good job with like sandwiches though. They're like always like,
Yeah.
Oh, not to throw around too.
yeah,
Good snacks and
Yeah.
stuff.
good snacks. So it's good when she comes along.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had I ate those things. I was pretty gung-ho on those pita bread sandwiches you didn't like until I got like halfway through and I thought I was going to vomit. I'm like, alright, maybe we shouldn't be doing this here.
It was awful.
They were terrible.
But the best off-road post meal, we all agree on.
Oh, Dave.
This is the reason these guys come along. He wasn't even at food.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah, that's true.
there's a Buffalo Wild Wings right by the hotel we would stay at.
Walking distance.
Walk-
Was that in Shamokin?
Shamokin, PA.
Shamokin.
So
Shout out, Shamokin, PA.
Shout out Shamokin, I know
We
you're
love you.
watching.
anytime we'd be in AOAA, we'd go to the same Hilton. And behind the desk, it looked like the guy from Lost, the guy Dave. So we mentioned him. That's why I think Ben mentioned him.
Yeah.
But it was walking distance to a Buffalo Wild Wings. So after like getting beat up all day, it was always fun just to go over there and just sit at the bar and watch like UFC or knockoff UFC. I don't think Buffalo Wild Wings streams real UFC.
No, we watched it on the phone.
Yeah.
I do remember that I think maybe it was that day. I remember, I think it was another rainy, remember when we were going through the trails at AOAA and we're like, when will this day end?
It started to hail. It was like when was it? It was like October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we took a wrong turn. We ended up on a black trail. And you're like, what is this? When are we getting out? I'm like, it'll be over soon. And then it started to hail.
It started to hail. Like, oh, it's only like 45 minutes back. We're like, 45 minutes back? That's if no one gets stuck.
Yeah.
Great. And just turn after turn, and we're like, oh man, when's it gonna end?
The
We
trail just
can't
got
wait
worse and
to
worse.
see Dave and Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
That's when it became apparent.
I think being a passenger is way harder than being a driver.
I would agree.
I agree.
I would agree.
I agree with myself.
Yeah.
I have very limited experience being a passenger, but it's been absolutely terrible when it's you drive.
I'm a great driver.
Was that your worst experience in the truck too? Was Ben driving?
I'm a great driver.
That-
I'm a great driver.
I mean, I love Ben dearly, but that was my most scariest experience.
I think that was the
in
closest
truck.
we got to Kara's breaking point.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
that was
on
the
day-
angriest
that
I've
was-
ever seen her.
That was on
I
day
think she'd be
3.
better.
That was on day 3.
No. Oh, day 3 of off-roading.
Yeah, so you're already at like you're okay. I want to go home, and would you like this one?
So we're coming out of Roush Creek, and Ben wanted to get some chance behind the wheel of Bronco. He just made the drive down. I'm like, yeah, sure. So we were running like greens and blues out, no big deal. And we get to the end of the, like, kind of like the rock course, and I felt bad. I wanted him to go and like have a little bit more experience in the truck. So I go, I think it's like a cement man-made rock ledge. Maybe it's like 8 feet high and a pretty decent grade. So I go, Ben, go down it. But the way you're going to do it is you're going to get up to this rock ledge, and you're going to pretty much just work the brake.
Which I did.
Initially.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to the edge, and I go, Ben, don't hit the gas at all. Just pump the brake a little bit, and it'll creep down this hill. And once you're kind of down, you just ease out, and it'll just crawl all the way out. Just work the brake. So he goes, all right, I got it. I'm like, you sure? You good? Yeah. So Ben proceeds to go put his foot to the floor on the gas pedal and launch the Bronco off this rock wall.
I was not wearing my seatbelt because it was only like a minute we were in the truck.
You were trying to get to the porta potty that was like within eyesight.
Yeah, and we were right towards the end of the park, so I just didn't have my seatbelt on. I didn't think we had any like thing scary left. And if I didn't grab onto something, I think I would have flown through the windshield. And thankfully, Bronco is back heavy.
Yeah.
So we went forward like we were about to tip over, but thankfully we went backwards, or else I don't think I would have a head. So
The back tire carrier swings out. It's on a pivot. And afterwards, we were like walking around in a parking lot. I'm like, why is this up in the air? Like it came off the pivot point.
Yeah.
This was Ben aired the thing out.
We were
So-
airborne. But
Yeah. I turned to her and I screamed like, what part of that was using the brakes? And
So, I did use the brakes. My foot hit the brakes and the gas at the same time. No, the gas just took over, so.
the more scary was, the harder he pushed.
and then I was like, let me out of this truck right now. Like I was done. I walked back to the parking lot. I was
I
like,
even offered. I'm like, I'll drive you over. And
No.
she's like, nope, let me out right here. Let me out right here.
And the best part is the Bronco, so there's only 2 doors, so Ben had to get out of the front seat and move the seat forward. And Karen stormed off.
yeah.
Oh man, that was a fun moment.
What was that for? Was that a?
I think that was Bronco Roundup
Yeah.
over the years as well.
Yeah.
So I remember we would always get slushies after
That's
And,
definitely in consideration for best like post meal.
That's best post snack.
Post snack, post
Yeah.
snack.
And Joe was like, "I'll get you a slushie," like to make me
No, I'm walking back to the camp now. She didn't say that.
I was fine, but the
There-
slushies always hit.
There's I guess it's a beer distributor in PA on the way back to, what is it, Twin Groves
Two rows.
Campground?
Resort and
Yeah.
campground resort.
But anyway, it's a beer distributor, and they take all these like sugary mixed drinks and put them in a slushy machine, and they make them into slushies. So you can go and you get like a couple of them, and it's only like 3 minutes from the campground. So on like a really hot day, it's like 90 degrees out, probably 100 degrees out in the Bronco, because I always wait to fix the AC until after the event. You get a couple slushies, and you go back and have them, and they're always great.
Yeah.
They really rehydrate you.
They hit the spot.
Yes, they do. So, did we ever get any other good post meal? I remember coming back from that real rainy day. We stopped at a gas station, and I only slept for like an hour, I think, that night. And I got a,
That was bad.
I think it was like a one of those things, the Hot Pockets. It was a gas station Hot Pocket
Yes. I
and
remember that.
a C4 energy drink, and I thought it was sent by God. It was the best thing that I have ever eaten. It was awesome.
food. That was
And it was warm.
It was like, all right, great. Yeah, warm food. Huh.
The Arby's burger.
The Arby's burger was good.
Yeah.
That was when Kara's knee was broken. I came back and she's like, "Oh, I got you food." I'm like, "Oh, really? Food?" And she stopped at Arby's. This was right when Arby's started doing burgers. And I will say, some of the other fast food places have to step up their game. Something is wrong with your stomach. Oof. Wasn't nice, Tim.
Whose?
I think it's due to the dietary things that we love to ingest.
Oh.
I'm hoping. If not, it's just
You
my
don't
hoodie.
want to see your butt anymore.
Spin around, Figgy. Maybe that was directed at Figgy.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe.
I think that pretty much covers it for post-wheeling meals. Like, those are our go-tos for sure.
Yeah. Dave.
Dave.
We went, where did we go that one day before we went to that street speed thing? Was that a Bonefish? Where did we go?
Bonefish Grill.
Was it a Bonefish? No, we went that after.
I
Yeah.
remember we hit a Red Robin that was really
Red
good.
Robins are also a good one.
Red Robin, good.
Recommend Red Robin.
Yeah, I forget when we went to that. Was the Bonefish Grill when we stayed in that like new hotel?
Yes, it was.
I felt extra. That was too fancy.
Yeah,
It was too fancy to Hilton.
true.
And it's a chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess moving to our next topic. Kara, you've had some requests for Bronco upgrades over the years. Any that your favorite to request that you'd like to see happen?
Instead of seatbelts, I would like harnesses.
Harnesses.
I would feel safer. I also think we should all wear helmets.
If you donate today, proceeds will go towards getting Kara.
But the
out.
problem with it is I will be the only one wearing it, and then people will think something's wrong with me. So,
It'll have a face mask.
yeah, yeah,
Blue 42.
yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to think if I had any other
You wanted harnesses, helmets.
comfier seats.
Yeah.
Sponsor.
Yeah,
You got some comfy seats?
yeah.
We'll take them.
Teru can use them.
What would be your most excited like sponsorship? Like, what would be like your dream?
Would it be like tools and accessories, or more just parts?
It doesn't. It could be anything. It could be a drink. It could be food. It could be parts. Anything.
I wouldn't want to have like a drink because I think I'd drink them too much. Like if I had energy drinks, I'd probably have like a heart attack.
It would be cool if Monster sponsored.
It would be cool, yeah. I always seem to be buying something different from Harbor Freight, so I think that'd be a good one. If I got stuff like the truck, I kind of do those jobs once and I don't do it again. Like there's only so many axle parts I need, so many engine parts.
Yeah.
I think like somewhere where I had tools, because I'm always going through different tools or doing different projects. So I'd say like a tool, some tool place. Or like a welding company, something like that would be really cool. Get a nice setup like that.
Harbor Freight, if you're looking for, some, view time, hit us up. Box Garage, you know where to find us. We're right down the road.
Comment coming in from Tim. At least anything other than just lap seatbelts in the back bench seat would be appreciated.
That's valid.
Tim, I want to let you know, I put in hand braces too.
Yeah.
So you could go
You're
and
fine.
yeah, hold yourself in.
One arm around your buddy, and then one arm up to the racing cage.
And if you're really scared, you could go put your foot in like the wheel a little like this and like press yourself in.
Especially when the top is off, he said.
The roll cage stays. Oh man, yeah. You want over-the-shoulder harnesses? I get you some ratchet straps.
Hello, Figgy.
Hello, Figgy.
Oh,
Hello, Davis.
Hello!
Hello.
Figgy, you're famous.
Yeah, Figgy.
You're famous, Figgy.
Yeah.
You guys have any questions while we're sitting here?
The whole cage doesn't cover over my head.
All right, so Tim also wants a helmet. We have 2 takers on helmets.
We got Tim around.
Please.
Anyone who sells bulk helmets.
Please join the helmet. Society.
Or I get a mesh cover. At least you'll feel safer. Keep the sticks
No.
out.
Look, there's something there.
It'll keep you from getting a sunburn, maybe.
The helmet will help when I fly up back.
That's what the lap belt's for, Tim. Come on. Thought you were an engineer.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody have any questions? Or any
Anything
people
else?
watching that aren't our friends, say hello. And our friends say hello too, but just whoever
Very rude
whoever
there.
wants to say hello.
Friends, nope.
That's
can't-
not what I
can't
meant.
comment.
Just introduce yourself is what I meant.
Davis, retract your comment.
Is there any places that you guys are looking forward to going back to this year?
This year or just like in general?
B-dubs.
In general, I guess.
I really do like AOA.
I think that's a slower paced park. Like, I mean, you can move faster, but you're not doing as technical of things.
Yeah.
It's
a bigger
less
park.
extreme.
Yeah, it's less extreme. There's more stuff. It's a wider spread.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like. Don't get me wrong. I like Ross Creek,
Yeah.
but I like AOA.
I like AOA better than Rosh.
Yeah.
We're divided on that subject here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that might also come down to the passenger versus driver.
true.
Yeah. Let me drive both.
No, I don't have enough truck to let you drive both. That truck would
Ben,
come
you
back
got
in a
You got
bag.
a question.
Did I?
Yeah, Ben, when is the Titan gonna get thrown away for an actual trash can?
Davis.
Ben, I'll revise this question. When is the Titan going to see the trails?
When do you want us to see the trails?
I mean, you were just talking about Shamokin. It's big and open. You go hit the greens at Shamokin.
Good.
I would like to put it on the trails. My only issue is my drive shaft's aluminum.
Well, don't hit on things.
Yeah, that's the issue. I'm worried about that because as soon as it bends, it's toast. So
You get a custom one made up.
I could.
Tom Woods, we actually have a gift. I have a gift card, or my dad has a gift card.
Does he?
Yeah, that he hasn't used yet. So
Custom line?
yeah, yeah.
Soon, Davis. Soon.
Carol, there's some talk that you wanted to get a trail rig. Was there anything in your mind that you would want? There was also some talk of a new Bronco in mind too.
Oh, we got a comment. I think the Titan's final ride needs to be
Back on the trails.
Back on the trails. Let her be.
No, on black trails. No, it doesn't. No.
Either
No. She's a good green trail rider. No.
It can become a red. There's some rocks that are roughly Titan size.
Let her become an obstacle. No.
So for anyone who doesn't know, this is kind of an inside joke. Ben has a Nissan Titan that he's pretty much rebuilt, I would say.
I would say
He
rebuilt.
drives it most days to work, and it's been a running joke throughout the last several years.
Yeah. It was slapped together and it's made it 6 months. 8 months. Probably almost.
Yeah, it does pretty good. I thought I'd be towing it home like once every month.
Yeah.
So, knock on wood, it's been doing pretty well.
It had one tow to the dealership to figure out an electrical issue. And ever since then, I mean, haven't even checked the oil in it. Just drove it probably about 10
You
months
probably
now.
should check the oil in
I
it.
probably should, yeah.
Also, I really do think she's liking her bed.
Yes, baby.
I
Don't-
personally think my Buick would smoke both their vehicles. I mean,
don't fall off the
Shaquille
back.
O'Neal does not approve of either of their vehicles, so
He does not.
that's all I have to say.
Can't fit in the Bronco.
No,
But he's tall enough for it.
he could sit on the Titan, so.
Yeah. Would you look into getting a cheap trail rig one day, Ben?
I would like to do like a Suzuki Samurai.
I could
It'd
see
be
that.
easy to tow.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I don't know, you know,
It would be cool.
I don't have something to tow with. I mean, I have something to tow with, but
You need a trailer, you're saying?
yeah, well, I would need a trailer, but like something like light.
Yeah.
Something very, very light. Like, oh, it's just a cab and axles and an engine, basically.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that'd be cool. Would you try to keep it on like, half-ton axles, or would you want to go to like 1-tons? You get the 1-ton so cheap, you almost want to start there.
I know, but at the same time, like, you know, like these
Come on, sir.
Alright, cool.
these Jeep axles are, I mean, they do quite a bit with those.
They do. But if you're going to be doing the work to put them in, you
Yeah.
might as well put the big ones in. Hey!
Yeah.
Don't need that.
So, yeah. I think that'd be fun. I've always looked at those Samurais. I thought they were really cool.
I like the look of them. I think it's cool.
You guys will have to come down and be on an episode here. Tim, Luke, Nick, you'll have to hit the trails. I think it'd be cool to get a few different people through.
Davis.
Davis doesn't hit the trails either. He'll have to hit the trails also.
Dang,
Yeah.
everybody's gotta get on it.
Hey,
For sure.
what are you doing?
He's just chilling under here. I think we've run out of peanut butter for Figgy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, any other comments, guys? Be sure to like the video. Maybe you'll get promoted a little bit more.
I have a child, I can't die.
You also have a wife, so I think you're expendable.
Could do the Thursday we all go down a roundup. That's a good idea, Tim.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show the campground. They like Thursday.
Yeah, do an honorary garage there. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, we did do an honorary garage at Rush Creek, I will say.
That one year, yeah.
Blew out the transmission. I think it was the first year of the diesel.
Was that year?
Yeah,
No.
Nick, I got that picture.
Was that oh,
We blew out the we changed the fluid, the transmission fluid daily, so it would make it on the trails.
and then leading up to Ben's least favorite trail ride where we actually killed off the transmission, those were all connected. We started at a Bronco roundup. I burnt it up for like several days, and then we finished it off like that next ride. But yeah, it was, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock at night. It was the middle of June, and it was pitch black.
Pitch black. In the trailer section, we're sitting there like swapping fluid. I forget what we did. Oh, we installed a transmission cooler, I want to say.
Yeah, we put a transmission cooler up there. We had to cut the fenders because the tires were rubbing on them. And it was cool. We got a really nice picture out of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've definitely done our share of wrenching there.
Oh yeah. Now we can do it by our cabin.
We can do it by our cabin now. Yeah.
What are you doing, Thinking Bears? What are you doing?
Yeah, you guys got any other questions? Does Phoebe have a question?
Thank you for the question. What's wrong?
What was your worst off-road trip?
My worst off-road trip. I haven't had too many super bad ones. I think the worst thing that you could do is kind of get to the park or get to where you're going and break down immediately.
So that was last Saturday when he blew his power steering pump,
The bouncing box
power steering box.
in my driveway. And the truck's been really good at breaking down in my driveway.
Yep.
Or my dad's driveway. But like local. It's been great. Knock on wood. So, breakage on the trails though. I was at a local property with the Hudson Valley four-wheelers, and I was out with one of my friends from work, and the Bronco was killing it all day long. We were having a great day, and then I went over this rock wall and a stick popped up, and I knocked off a transmission line, and it started pumping transmission fluid onto the floor.
Really?
So, but then I had to go patch it up. I didn't have any of the fittings, so I patched it up on the trail and I limped it out. I mean, I think I stuck both ends of the fittings into a heater hose and wrapped it with like tape and hose clamps, and we were able to limp it out of the woods like that.
That's funny.
That was probably one of the worst ones. I mean, I've had some worse break-ins. I sheared the output shaft off a transfer case. That was actually with a lot of the guys in the chat here. That was at the end of a trip though, so I was pretty happy with that.
And one of the people in the chat, Tim said he was clear. You.
I think there was a miscommunication. I asked Tim if I was on the big rock, and there was multiple big rocks. He said, yeah, you're on the big rock. Wrong big rock, and I plowed into this rock. And when I locked up all 4 tires, it was so much torque it sheared off the output shaft of the transfer case. But what was nice is we disconnected the rear drive shaft. We were able to hook a winch to a tree, pull the truck up, and I was able to drive out of the woods in front wheel drive and drove it all the way back to the campground.
25 minutes on the road back to the campground forward drive. That was impressive.
That was, and like,
that was impressive.
usually the last thing you want to do is get stuck behind like a tractor on a back country road.
That's his truck.
Well, no, we got stuck behind the tractor. I was doing like 15 to 20 miles an hour. It was like a blessing. I was like, oh, I'm so happy to be behind you right now. And we just followed that thing all the way back, and it was great. I didn't want to drive in front wheel drive at speed. That seemed like it'd be sketchy.
Yeah.
Hello, Luke.
It's done it before though.
Yeah.
It has done it before.
I did it around Utica in college, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a rear drive shaft, the centering pin and the double cardan joint.
Double
I had to
carbon
replace.
joint.
So.
What was your favorite off-road trip?
One of my favorites is actually the one that Ben hates the most. I think that was possibly my favorite, even though I ended up blowing out the transmission at the end, because it really showed how capable that truck is.
That was, yeah.
Because it was pouring. I mean, we ran blacks all day long in the rain with just a front locker, and I don't think we winched once.
No.
I don't think the entire morning we winched. We went through the whole Rock Creek. There was a few spots I needed some spotting, but like, I think that was my favorite.
It was a big enough truck to make it through all the stuff. That's for
You
sure.
catching yourself.
I did. You see that? It was a big enough truck to make it through all the stuff.
But yeah, since then I've been lowering the truck, so now I'm needing to build more armor.
Auto boxes.
No, the truck's not getting any higher. I need sliders. That's gonna be my next body damage if I don't go about making
Sliders gonna make
sliders.
it lower.
No, I know, but then it slides. I keep catching under the doors on rocks, so eventually I'm gonna like destroy my door. So that needs to be addressed.
Do you want to talk about your package that's coming in soon?
My package.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, and I think the local Harbor Freight probably hates me for me checking in on this package. But I was presented with an opportunity where I met this fella who had a bunch of Harbor Freight gift cards that he no longer needed. But he was interested in getting cash. And it sounds really sketchy. It wasn't. He had returned a generator that he no longer was using and gave it back to the store credit. He didn't need the store credit, so I was able to exchange it for cash. So I was able to get like $1,200 worth of gift cards for like half off. And what I did was I bought a whole toolbox set for the garage. And I'm very excited about it because it's probably not something I would have bought, especially all at once. I got the 42-inch US General Series 3, and it's a nice box. But what I also got was the top box and then the big side box, all in the green color.
This color.
Kara's showing me now.
Can you see it?
As soon as he catches up, but yes. I got it all in the neon green color. And what's great about Harbor Freight is they sell everything in that color. So I've got jack stands, I've got a jack, I've got all the magnetic accessories that stick on the side. Gloves, rubber gloves.
A green glove holder and green gloves.
All in the neon green.
Yes.
So I'm very excited for that to come in. I don't know if I know that reference.
I can see your breath when you talk.
It's getting cold in here. The garage doesn't have any insulation really, so we had it up to literally 100 degrees in here, and it's just been slowly dropping since.
That's me. That's my reference.
Oh man, that's rough. I'm sorry, Mr. Nachos.
That is rough.
But yeah, so that's coming in I think February 10th, And now every time I get a coupon from Harbor Freight, I go and I get a new tool or do this or do that. And same with Lowe's and Ace. I've got a few different things that I've gotten for cheap. Because now if I'm going to be working over here some, it'll be nice to have a couple of different sets of tools. And with the steering box blowing up in the driveway, it was a perfect example. So I think that was a decision well made.
I think I might take Figgy inside. It's getting a little cold out here.
Yeah.
And behaving pretty well.
Want to come up one more time for you to say goodbye?
I'll show her to the camera for me. Come here.
Puppy.
Whee! Thank you, Karu, for coming out and having a Truck Talk Thursday with us.
No problem. Here's Miss Bass.
And thank you, Miss Bass.
Thank you, Miss Baz.
I'm sure we'll be wrapping this up soon and we'll be inside.
Bye, friends in the chat.
All right, now to talk about the good stuff. So, yeah, I saw this, I had this idea the other day. I thought it'd be cool to do, and I'm, so far pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on these, doing this?
It's shooting the
Crap.
shooting the crap. We're shooting the crap. That's what we're doing.
And it's cool because, you see us in the videos, and you see a lot of what we do, and the obstacles we hit, and the things we make, but you don't really get to show, like, our personality at all, or really talk to you guys. So I thought it'd be a real good time to interact. Now to plan for Trucks Gone Wild.
No, it's Tuck's going wild. Tim, what's
There-
Tuck's going wild?
There's one up by Utica, and it really is just a big mud event. There's other things too, but it is just a big, like, mud bogging event.
And people died there. Just remember that.
Yeah, but people die at the off-road parks too.
Yeah.
So, you gotta be smart, but I mean, I just don't want to fill the Bronco with mud, but I think it would be a lot of fun. So, I think it's in Poland and New York is the local one. Like 15 minutes outside of Utica. We could base out of Nachos' place.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool. 2 minutes from Nick. Alright, we can make it happen.
Yep.
Let's make it happen. And guys, if you can, drop a like, see if we can get this to go on to a few more people. I appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah. Like,
Interactive.
subscribe. You know what you gotta do. Except Davis, don't subscribe.
You don't like the Titan comments, do you?
No.
Yeah, we can definitely do that, Nick. That'd be a lot of fun. Tim, you need to build a truck.
Suzuki Samurai, it's the way to go. Wontons.
You guys have any more questions before we wrap this up? What about you?
Questions?
Yeah. How often do you guys think we should do this? Huh? Oh, thanks, Jake.
Oh, hey.
Tim, you do need to build a truck. You should build something like just kind of like modern, like almost like the Titan, where you can drive it around and do truck stuff.
Yeah, you already got
Also-
a truck.
Also play in the trails.
Get the harness fixed and slap some, I don't know, slap something under it. Remove all
Hey, you
that.
want to throw me one more beer?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do it with your newer truck, Tim. I'd do it with something old.
Well, I would do with something old, but, work what you got.
Yeah, sure.
This one's frosty.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good move, Tim. Good move.
Alright.
Are you guys actually able to read this at all behind us, or does that need to be closer for the future?
I will get to I'll move. Can you read this?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I'll give you guys an update on the Super Duty. I'm starting to get some weird shifts again, and I'm worried about that truck needing another transmission a little bit. So it's got a 2-year, I think, unlimited mile warranty, and I'm hoping if it fails before that point, so I get a new transmission put in. Can't read the small stuff. If you bolded it, it'd be clear. All right, we'll do that going forward. We'll write in something a little bit darker, a little more bold, or maybe even a little bit bigger too.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, let me know in the comments if you have questions for next episode. I don't know if we'll do this every week or every 2 weeks, but leave a comment down below, and we'll get to answering it on the next series. You have anything to add? That's pretty much about it. I mean,
I think so.
I should have watched more podcasts to make this a little bit clearer. This beer is like a slushie.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, and why I brought this tire in, it wasn't for Biggie to use as a den.
But that's what it's slowly.
It ended up working like that. I got a tire groover. And I've told a bunch of people about this, and I don't know if I've come off well with it. But what it is the big heating element.
Don't use this on normal tires.
No, I use it pretty much only on these big ones. You go and you put this element on the front here, and then there's
a soldering iron.
It's basically a big soldering iron, and there's a blade you put in that gets hot, and you can cut new grooves into these tires. And what I want to do is kind of slot them here so there's more biting edges on these. I've been asked about that a few times to describe to people, so I thought I'd take the opportunity now to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it just Bock's new groove.
Bock's new groove.
I like that one. But yeah, I think if that's it for the questions, I appreciate you guys watching, and we're gonna start wrapping this up. Don't want it to be too long-winded here. Spooky.
The ghostesses.
Also, I don't know if you can tell, this garage is now pretty well lighted, pretty well lit.
Lighted.
Going back to the Harbor Freight sponsorship, we have 7 5500 bulbs in here.
We need about 6 more of your lights, so Harbor Freight.
If you guys want to come and let us,
please help us out.
yeah. But no, they seem to work great. You can do 8 in a row. You can link 8 of them, and it really brightens up the space in here.
Yeah, it does.
Before, what did we have? 160-watt light bulb.
We had one singular, like 60-watt, like a refrigerator light bulb in the center of the garage, and now we don't.
Yeah.
So Harbor Freight, hook us up. Box Garage, we're your best customer, at least in the Matamoros division. So
It's slowly appearing that way. A wood stove would be nice. We have a DeWalt torpedo heater, and I think I want to get like a little like kerosene one to keep constantly going. But a wood stove would be good.
well, you got the propane back there too.
We also have a propane tank that runs our generator here, so it would be beneficial to have just a
Yeah.
propane heater.
Something.
Yeah.
Be good to insulate.
I think the issue is the insulation though. 'Cause
Insulation.
no,
yeah.
this place loses heat so fast, it's not even funny.
Yeah, literally right above us, it's like a hole to the ceiling, and you feel all that attic
Pretty yeah.
downdraft right here.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to disappoint Gabby, but you'll have to tune in for the next
Gabby wants Kara.
Truck Talk Thursday if you want Kara back.
Next week, like and subscribe.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna end with that. Have a good night. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.
How do you end these things?
I think I just ended.
All right.